from the VI, a place of history like the African side, yeah. St. Thomas and St. John and St. Dry, nothing can come between us but the waters that divide, yeah. Even though we're just a few square miles, I travel around the world with Virgin Island pride, yeah. A lot of people still going through strife, and still we live a joyful life. That's why the place nice, so nice, so nice. Sweet, sweet St. Thomas nice, so nice, so nice. St. Cry full of pure vibes, so nice, so nice. St. John a real paradise, so nice, so nice. Hey, we got so much to lose, yet so much to prove. Hey, Virgin Island teachers never raise no fool. Mama send me school. Hey, when it's difficult, we still a push through. No matter what the blessings of will continue. We are a people of great value. That's why we stick together like tamarind stew. Aye. Remember Queen Mary, we make the fire burn, and Edward Blyden with the Africa vision. Remember St. John with the slave rebellion. General Butler say emancipation. That's why the place nice, so nice. Sweet, sweet St. Thomas nice, so nice, so nice. St. Cry full of pure vibes, so nice, so nice. St. John a real paradise, so nice, so nice. Hey, we got so much to prove, yet so much to lose. Virgin Island teachers never raise no fool. Mama send me school. Yeah. St. Cry produce the band Midnight, and them the kind of roots make the fire ignite, yo. Julian Jackson was a champion in the ring, and now him three son them a do the same thing, yeah. Tim Duncan come from the VI, one of the greatest, and the world can see why, yeah. If you ever ask me where I'm from, born in a Virgin Island, and the whole place nice, so nice, so nice. Sweet, sweet St. Thomas nice, so nice, so nice. St. Cry full of pure vibes, so nice, so nice. St. John a real paradise, so nice, so nice. The Virgin Islands nice, so nice, so nice. Rock City sweet and nice, so nice, so nice. Twin City full of pure vibes, so nice, so nice. Love City a real paradise, so nice, so nice. Hey, I'm so proud to be from the VI, a place of history like the African side.
Talking about a land of beauty, we call it paradise. We want to come down and check we down in the Virgin Isles. We had a share of problems, we know you have yours too. We're doing our best to solve them. We want to welcome you. Come feel our gentle breezes, marvel at a sandy shore. Our crystal sparkling waters, bet you can ask for more. St. Thomas, St. Croix, St. John, next door to the PDI. Filled up with fascination, your interest will satisfy. Some people they try to top us, but man they just cannot. I suggest you come and join us, because the VI hot. Hey. Up your hand them high. Know that you from the VI. Wave your flags up in the sky. Show them we run this party. Show them we rule this step. Show them we have energy. Tired man will never get VI. We from the VI. Oh. VI. We love the VI. come to carnival time, he ready to come back home. To eat boiled fish and fungi, cherry and almonds too. To drink passion fruit and mobby, sea moss to name a few. We have to catch up the Juve, jump up behind Jamban. We have to be in the parade, jumping with just action. We have to swim Maidens Bay, Cookie Point and Vest up too. We have to visit St. John, somewhere we have to do. St. Paul is our biggest beauty, historic sites galore. I suggest you come and join us, come down and take a tour. Shout it out, VI, put up your hand them high. Proud that you from the VI, wave the flags up in the sky. Show them we run this party, show them we rule this fete. Show them we have energy, tired man we'll never get. VI, we from the VI,
Your host of Connect the Dots. Tune in every Monday 10 to 11 a.m. here live on WST Radio and live streaming on Facebook and other social platforms. Let's discuss the bread and butter issues, and when necessary, let's connect the dots. Become a valued listener. Adler Fonsi Danestog, your friendly host of Connect the Dots. Good morning, good morning. This is Adler.
Please log in to your mobile phone, television, computer for live streaming or your nearest radio. It's now time to listen to Connecting the Dots. People come, let we go. Turn up the radio. Turn it up. This is the people show. No matter where we go. Connecting people. We all love you. We are here for you. We can hear you. Connecting people. People come, let we go. Turn up the radio. This is the people show. No matter where we go. Connect the dots, family. Connect the dots, unity. Connect the dots, unity. Connect the dots.
Good morning, good morning. A pleasant good morning to the people of the Virgin Islands, St. Thomas, St. Croix, St. John, Water Island. I just wanted to say good morning to you. Seems to be a bright morning. I don't know how many of you that this Sahara dust and of course the ash that is floating throughout the air, throughout the Caribbean, and it's going to affect all the different islands, but I certainly am having a problem with my voice. And I believe that is maybe I'm developing sinuses and I'm being affected by this Sahara dust that is throughout the atmosphere, throughout the Caribbean, covering a lot of places. But just to provide you with some updates, and I want to go through the updates first and foremost, because I know that there's current news taking place and perhaps dominating a lot of the airwaves, starting with this George Floyd trial in the United States. It's going to be interesting because I believe that outcome can determine what the reaction would be coming from that immediate community where George Floyd suffered a terrible fate, where Officer Derek Chauvin, actually placed his knee on his neck. And with all the graphic stuff that I've seen, I can only imagine how those close to the situation are feeling at this time. Probably extremely emotional, particularly or specifically upset about what has transpired, and looking to see what the outcome of this case is going to be. I have a funny feeling, and I can only provide my opinion based on all the stuff that I have observed. I think that there's going to be a public outcry, that there's all hell going to break loose if this Derek Chauvin gets off and is not convicted based on all the evidence that we have seen, and of course the media covering it, and the media providing you with the graphic situation and providing you with the audio of George Floyd actually pleading for their life. So I just can't imagine what would happen if it goes the way that the African American community, but the community in general, is looking and seeing the evidence that is quite compelling, but that is left to be seen. I was following the news over the weekend, folks, and I saw on the news, I didn't realize the question was posed on CNN, can a woman get pregnant while being pregnant? Let me repeat that again. Can a woman get pregnant while being pregnant? And apparently it's possible. And there's news reports of a lady, of a woman in the United States that actually was pregnant, and she got pregnant and delivered 2 babies. That I found to be quite interesting, but those type of topics we'll save for a later date when we're dealing with medical professionals and those who are qualified to provide an educated responses or explanation for such a phenomenon. Now, going back, I said last weekend that I understand that they were going to change either a portion of Veterans Drive, or they were going to change Veterans Drive name to the John Young Drive, or maybe the pier that they're naming after him, which would be a portion of the Veterans Drive and the pier that is there, that new project that you see on the waterfront. And I still haven't heard from any of the officials who are actually forging this issue forward. So I'm looking forward to hearing exactly what are the plans in terms of taking Veterans Drive, or taking what is I consider to be sacred veterans of the Virgin Islands and what is named in their honor, and converting it to a different name. So I'm looking forward to hearing some kind of explanation as to what is actually supposed to transpire. Moving on, vaccinations. You know, I've been seeing all these different reports about the vaccinations, people falling ill, and all types of different things. And I think it's further provoking, or not provoking, but further instilling in individuals a level of fear that they will not want to take a vaccination. So the question is going to be, moving into the future, is it a blessing or is it a curse? And I'm talking about the vaccine. Is it a blessing or is it a curse? Because when you look at Johnson & Johnson being removed from the market, and folks have already taken the Johnson & Johnson. Now the Pfizer, if you're saying the president of Pfizer have not taken the vaccine himself, that leaves question to many who have not taken this vaccine. So I'm just saying that people have a choice. You know, I don't think that they can mandate it. I don't think that they would move forward in trying to mandate it. However, be aware that it could be required by certain entities until challenged. And those entities would be challenged in terms of them making it a requirement that you either can't attend school if you are not vaccinated, that you can't board an aircraft, one of the major airlines, unless you're vaccinated, and the list goes on and on and on. But I think that to remove people's choice is going to be a serious challenge. I want to congratulate the winner of the mystery question I had 2 weeks ago, and we're going to resume these mystery questions in the coming weeks to a winner, which was a $50 gift certificate for one of the sponsors, First Stop gas station in Frankie Brathwaite. Frankie Brathwaite from Smith Bay, many of you know him, but Frankie, congratulations on winning that thing. I still was a little skeptical how you knew that answer so fast, first caller. But that's how quick you were on your feet as an athlete. So congratulations to you. And I want to take this opportunity, and I can openly tell you that I am a Catholic. And of course, I grew up in the Catholic Church, was actually baptized and christened in the Catholic Church, took First Communion in the Catholic Church. So I want to take this opportunity to congratulate Jerome Fredillo, who has served as a long-time priest, pastor, and administrator of the VI, that the Catholic Church named the sixth bishop of the Catholic Diocese by Pope Francis. So congratulations to him. And for those of you who don't know him, very, very nice person. I can't even explain how nice this gentleman is, but to be named bishop, I think it's, I want to congratulate him and say that he was deserving of this recognition or this placement, and I'm quite sure he's going to serve the community well. So moving on, the subject this morning, folks, we want to discuss this morning is the homeless and the mentally ill. I haven't had the opportunity to bring in to the studio persons who probably provide services to the mentally ill and administrators who are involved in providing accommodations for the homeless. And there are questions that I wanted to ask about this respective area because it's something that should be of great importance to each and every one of us, because we see them all the time. You know, I personally grown up in Portland Piercing Gardens, and I go back to one individual in particular that I think is a very smart guy, and I'll share a joke with you in a few minutes, but that's a gentleman that they call Mozako. How many of you know Mozako? How many of you know Roosevelt? These are individuals who ended up homeless for whatever reason, but these are individuals that have been able to extract some audio and video from just some comments that they made, and I wanted to provide some special credit to the individual that captured this audio and video, which is, his name is Kishan Casey, that I don't know how many of you took the time out to look at his short documentary that he had, and I think he placed it on YouTube, where I was able to extract some of the audio and some of the video from, and it's just amazing that when we see them and we walk through the community, and of course I take the time out every once in a while to buy a homeless person a plate of food, because it's sometimes it's not any fault of theirs, and we have to treat this as it is, as what it is. It's an illness, and it's no joke. And I just want to get into some extracts and pull some audio that I was able to capture from this gentleman, Kishan Casey, and I want to commend him publicly for what he was able to do with this documentary in going into the community, identifying these homeless individuals, because we have homelessness all over the world. You name the state and they have a level of homelessness. And the connection that we're going to make this morning, because in many instances, you can in fact connect the homeless and the mentally ill. So I want to share this morning.
I can't go any better than that. And I know that sounds weird. It's not like going to Christmas. But who gets that chance?
Public amateur school, behind a Lucy's tap dancing school and stuff. Tap dancing.
A long time ago.
Sleeping right there. We're sleeping right there. He died right next to me. I woke up, and this man is exactly to the day. He's born one day before me, but a year before. He died. Possible fine right there and run that track.
Well, I hope to live and regain my spirit again and get my Nubian mind and infinite Siamese over again. I like to be able to magic, pop and dance, and I can't really prove it or show it to you really. But Woozy Wooza for the break dancers. My crew used to be the Break-O-Matic crew. The most important thing and only thing that's really important and really inspirational into myself to staying alive is to stay away from the police department.
Finish school. Finish school. Whether it be high school or college, finish it. That's the key. I think. I don't know if I'm right or wrong on that, but I think that's the key. We got too many people dropping out, and that's kind of the bad influence we get.
Like you two young men here, you two guys are marvelous, man. You're doing something positive. And, you know, you use you for an example. And I look at young people like you, who I'm way older than, I wish you the very best at what you're doing, because you're doing something that's on a positive note. And you can't take that away from you. These moments now that you're interviewing me, you'll remember this forever. So when times get bad, you can say, I remember years ago I was interviewing that old man, and he gave me hope and aspiration to succeed. Keep going to school. Keep working. And you can't go wrong. Not at all.
So see, folks, I just wanted to share this footage with you because I think it was really, heart-wrenching to see some of the individuals that many of you out there may know them personally. And it's just something that you should not take lightly. And we need to learn how to be a little bit more compassionate. But let's get into connecting these dots relative to homelessness and the mental ill in the Virgin Islands. And of course, the number here to call the WSCA is 340-774-1340, 1340 here at WSCA. But I wanted to speak about the services, or what do you think what do you think we can do to improve the services here in the U.S. Virgin Islands as they do in other places? Because a lot of other places now, or states and other territories, are expanding their efforts to really address this issue. Because after going through a pandemic, there is a possibility that the numbers of homelessness and mental ill may increase. Because I don't think people understand that this pandemic, especially in the Virgin Islands, come on the heel of going through a state of emergency. So we went from one state of emergency into the next, which is unlike most other places. We've been hit with 2 Category 5 hurricanes. Now we've been hit with a pandemic. So we went from one crisis into the next crisis. And there's questions that I wanted just to pose on the air this morning for the public to engage and get involved. Those questions are, what is available for the homeless and mentally ill in the U.S. Virgin Islands? Are there accommodations for the mentally ill? We're talking about transitional facilities. Who are the local doctors that treat the mentally ill? Is every homeless person mentally ill? How many service providers do we have locally? What are the requirements for the homeless to be housed? What are the number of patients among this population? And I'm talking about the population of the U.S. Virgin Islands. And I want to read, because I did some research on the internet, and I extracted from the website of the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. And they provided some statistics, and I'm going to give you the general statistics just briefly that they provided. And these numbers were accumulated back in November, on November 19th of 2018 was when they published it. But of course the information was perhaps captured from before that. And it's quite astonishing, but just like any other place, this is in fact something not unique, but it's throughout the United States, even other foreign countries, other sovereigns that have the problem And it's whether or not we're embarking on any vigilant effort, if we're providing the necessary facilities, because not every homeless person are how should I put it, is mentally ill. You have homeless people, and then there's different tiers of homelessness. But we have different homeless individuals. Individuals who may have lost a passion for life, who may have lost motivation, who may have lost everything as a result of circumstances. And we just have to look at ways that we can improve things, because some of them can be rehabilitated. And I firmly believe that. Because even in my personal interaction with some persons who are homeless, I was astonished and I was surprised the type of conversation that they can keep, to include them sharing with me world news. In fact, the other day I was speaking to one, and I couldn't believe that he was talking about the George Floyd trial. Now, where was he watching this George Floyd trial? I don't know. He didn't share that with me, but certainly he was giving me details of what testimonies in the case, and go on and on. And just to share a little joke with you, because there's one gentleman down on that we see, for those of you that live in the U.S. Virgin Islands, St. Thomas in particular, there's a guy named Mozako. One day I saw Mozako. I was coming out from the Windward Professional Building, right down there by Windward Passage. And Mozako came to me and asked me for $2 because he wanted to go and buy something. So I gave him $5. He looked at me in my face and cussed me out and tell me I could have given him 10. And I looked at him and I just shook my head because I thought it was funny. And he walked away, and since then, he and I have interacted. But to have a conversation with him, you will know that he has a history. You will know that he can recollect things that happen in St. things that happen in St. Thomas when he had the racetrack, and it goes on, and he shared a history. Whether or not he can be rehabilitated, it's not only about rehabilitation. It's about us having compassion. It's about us being vigilant in seeing what we can do to help, to improve conditions for them. Because I think that there should be an outlet where he can go to get assistance and the type of assistance that he needs. But hopefully in the near future, we'll be able to get some of the administrators or government officials here on the radio to share with us what's being developed, what's being done to really address homelessness and the mentally ill in the Virgin Islands. I honestly feel that many of them can be rehabilitated, or we can find ways to improve conditions to really treat their specific conditions. But I wanted to share with you some stuff, as I indicated earlier, that the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development published back in 2018. It reads here, according to a 2015 assessment by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, 564,708 people are homeless on a given night in the United States. At a minimum, 140,000 or 25% of these people are seriously mentally ill. Now I repeat that. 25% of these people were seriously mentally ill, and 250,000 or 45% had any mental illness, which they didn't have. By comparison, a 2016 study found that 4.2% of U.S. adults have been diagnosed with a serious mental illness. Now, the question that was asked is what are the most common types of mental illness among people experiencing homelessness? Affective disorders such as depression and bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, anxiety disorders, and substance abuse disorders are among the most common types of mental illness in the homeless population. So you see, folks, that is also rehabilitation that can be afforded to some individuals, and it's a different form of rehabilitation. Talking about drugs, I'm talking about medical condition of bipolar disorder. I'm talking about depression, and anxiety that could set in. And again, remember I just indicated that you had two national or two disasters, two hurricanes, Category 5 hurricanes that hit the U.S. Virgin Islands in 2017, and then now, on the heel or in the midst of recovery, here comes the pandemic, COVID-19, that pretty much put the entire United States and its territories in a tailspin. And who knows how people are going to recover from this one, because you're talking about people that lose jobs, which depression can set in, and people could turn to the dark side as a result of the depression that they're experiencing, and the list goes on. How are homelessness and mental illness connected? Most researchers agree that the connection between homelessness and mental illness is a complicated two-way relationship. An individual's mental illness may lead to cognitive and behavioral problems that make it difficult to earn a stable income or to carry out daily activities in ways that encourage stable housing. Several studies have shown, however, that individuals with mental illness often find themselves homeless primarily as the result of poverty and a lack of low-income housing. The combination of mental illness and homelessness also can lead to other factors such as increased levels of alcohol and drug abuse and violent victimization that reinforce the connection between health and homelessness. Now, folks, I wanted to share this with you because I think it's very important that we have this discussion about this homelessness and mental illnesses, because I see it already growing in the Virgin Islands, and I see it growing in proportions as this whole COVID-19 subsides. Because remember, as I indicated, and as these statistics indicate, folks being out of jobs, folks having to struggle, folks having to deal with depression, folks having this bipolar disorders, folks having just anxiety setting in. It's very much real, and it's something that we need to pay close attention to and start preparing for that possibility. We see them, for those of us who see them every day, it is sad to see sometimes that people joke about it and think that this is a joking matter. And I don't think it's a joking matter at all. And, it's just something that for a lot of us, we see them and we don't know what they went through. And we may not know how to relate, we may not know how to sympathize or empathize with exactly what they're going through. But it is something that is very real, and we can only hope that we have adequate facilities and these numbers start to grow, because it's going to affect a lot of different things, believe it or not. And we know that here in the U.S. Virgin Islands, our numbers have been down significantly. They have not necessarily been in plain view, but if the numbers grow, that's when they're going to start to appear in plain view as well. And we're talking about a tourism product as well. Who knows how it could potentially affect us, as they will have no, will probably engage in visitors and engage in ourselves along the way, and probably frequenting or using certain areas of the island to rest, to sleep, because they have to be sleeping somewhere. So we need to start preparing for that. So for those of you that want to call, the lines are open on now, because today is an open discussion that affords you the opportunity to engage, call in the radio station and ask any questions or provide any information, or even some empathy, or some compassion towards the homeless or the mentally ill. I know we have some establishments and persons or organizations that recently received federal grants to be able to accommodate these individuals. Let me go to the telephone line to in fact start receiving calls. Good morning, you're here, connect the dots.
Morning, former Senator. This is me, Carwood, again.
Morning.
Morning. I am saying with tears in my eyes what you are there saying with the various people you are totally, and imagine you saying it, and I'm saying it to somebody else right at the same time. I just turn on your radio, listen to the other gentleman is saying, why? God bless a lot of us, including me. When I got his house as a young girl not long out of high school, my mother, Miss Sandy, and my father, my stepfather, Osmond Thomas, said, Esme, you see these two houses? They look very good, but they are not strong. They are pure louvers. You don't have enough steel in them because he was a contractor. And I went to my retirement and I got $9,000. And everybody see this house look like a mansion. And I built on much more than the house itself. Later on, when the hurricane came, and they didn't want to give me money to put on a roof, Mrs. Young, whether she listened to me or not, the governor's wife, she said, leave her alone. And she stayed in a room at the same bank, there by Kentucky McDonald here in the mall. And she spoke, and when she was through, they gave me $54,000. And Mr. Lloyd Smith from West End, my aunt's nephew, he did his house. And when Governor Mapp was flying over to when he asked for the house, they said, that's Esme house. She said, that's my family. Her family from Johnson Dyke, the Shinneries, and those people are my family. I want to say this to you to the phone, see if I can call you that.
Yeah, sure. I don't have a problem with that. That's my name.
I have my head raised, and I feel sorry. Yesterday, in a particular area, and by when I saw 6 men with supermarket carts and all kind of things they are up there that they sleep on at night. They don't have a roof over their head, and a lot of us have it. I like to help people, and I would help people, and a lot of us have to thank God that we are alive. Stop the shooting, stop killing each other, and try to help each other. I thank God, my mother, when your parents speak to you, listen. And that's why I have one of the strongest houses, the same to do. Because my house is a fortress.
Yeah.
All the wrought irons around it. But the wrought irons, when something hit the old time wrought iron, I put on these wrought irons before I had. And they went for Fatty for Milo Band. Who put on these wrought iron, $1,900 for all around my house for these thousands of wrought iron. And if you go to buy one piece, I buy one piece of wrought iron and connect some on my mother property in Sabah. And you know how much I paid for that the other day? $1,800. And this cost me $19. And go around and see the glass doors and everything around him. We have to listen to each other, stop this killing, help the homeless, help the governor, help everybody. Just don't sit down and say it's Fonzie job and it's the other person's job. It is my job, and try and try and try. And we need to get these homeless people off the street and thank God for life. And you go ahead and let somebody else speak, because it bothers me every time I go to town and I see people homeless. Okay? And we need our homes put together, and if we could help each other and stop the shooting, stop killing. It's against God's doctrine to be killing and killing each other. Okay? You have a blessed day.
You as well, and thanks for calling.
Okay, bye.
And you know that folks that call Esme, she pointed out something that is very important, detail. Remember that homelessness, you have different categories of homelessness. You have the person who's forced to live with someone else because maybe their home was destroyed. You have persons who, have other combinations that are homeless as well. While they are or have a roof over their head, they could be homeless. And those are different categories of homelessness. Now, the destitute, the person that is completely on the street with no roof over their head, a person that moves in with another person, there's no guarantee that they will be able to get along with the other person. So they could potentially end up completely homeless as well. And I'm talking about being out on the street with no roof over the head. So I'm just saying that with having transitional facilities and other accommodations, the appropriate treatment, the appropriate services in general is so important to ensure that we're addressing these issues because, as she indicated from her personal experience, I too, with my personal experience, I'm seeing the numbers going up, and I don't know if government is paying attention to these numbers increasing, but they're going to go up. Good morning, you're here, connect the dots.
A blessed good morning to you.
Morning.
I am listening to what you are saying, and it's something very close to my heart. For many, many years, I've fed the homeless on the street. At that time, I live in Bolongo, and every Saturday, I would cook, fit for king, and I would go out to feed the homeless. Now, there are ministers who went out with me, and quite a few.
Can you turn your radio down a little bit because it's echoing, so you can hear you clearly?
Yes.
Okay.
Drug to tell you how long ago it has been. I started from way back in the 80s. And I remember drug farm when I was secretary to the Attorney General at the time, I Swan. They came as young men to the island, and they had to come there. We became fast friends. So when they knew what I was doing, they used to give me $40 or $45 every 2 weeks. And I would go. Feeding them is one thing. Talking with them and listening to them is the next thing. You know something? People want to know, well, how do they talk to you? How do they come to you? But what we don't understand, some of them might be homeless. But guess what? They are not stupid. You know what they told me? They said, I asked them why they don't go to the different, food centers, and so they said the way they look at us. And they were, this corners. I remember one young woman in particular. They said she was a schizophrenic and she this and that, and you would be surprised. I remember the first time I met her. That Saturday I cooked sausage. And she said to me, Mommy, I can't eat that because there was fish pot, but I always had chicken soup with me and I give it to her. And then she took it. She said, God bless your hands. And she started to talk to me. And then she himself told me she'd go to church with me, and she went. But on the other hand, what I'm saying is this. They can feel your heart. It isn't you just go by someone and say, take, no. Yeah. They can feel your heart. I remember one time we were down by Nifty Center, and this lady, when the pastor got out, and she turned away. And when I opened the door, she came to me, he said, Lord, look, they love you, but they can feel your heart. You understand? It's not just giving them something because you give something. It's how you treat them, how you talk to them.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you remember, there was a lady, a heavy-set lady they used to call Doris. She used to be up, I think she was from Savannah. And one day that lady nearly gave me a heart attack because my son, who's 39 years, was 3 at the time. And I was taking him up to the Bonelli's daycare. And one day, it was a holiday. And I was passing. I never knew she could talk, and I heard, Mommy, where's the little boy today? Well, I jumped around. I didn't know she could talk. And I said to her, she said, oh, and from that day, Doris became my friend. When I was remarried the second time, I was away for a while. And I used to work up at Office of Management and Budget. I never forgot. My car was parked out, and I said, come in, please. She said, Mommy, where were you? I hear you got married. Like, I don't want that. I said, who told you that? She said, And at the same time, a gentleman passed down. He was a accountant, and I wouldn't listen. He stopped. He got out his car and he said, is she related to you? I said, why? I said, let me tell you something. There, for the grace of God, go you and I. It could have been me. It could have been my mom. It could have been my aunt. And he never even said hello to me after that. What we don't understand, no matter their circumstances, they have people, you understand, with feelings. I'm not saying all of them in the head, you know, that could be because of what. But it is not, we just need to feed them. We need to listen to them. We need to talk to them. And wherever I turn, I live from Bolongo and up all the way down in Subbase. Before they remodeled Public Works, there was a little shed there. And I heard about this white guy. And I went down there one day and I saw him. And I started to talk to him. And we became friends. And what that man told me would be shocking. And he called, and you know what I'm sorry about? He gave me the number to go to court and to check out what I was saying, but I didn't go. He was a multimillionaire and he was an attorney. But because he did a case against some prominent people stateside, he had to run. And he told me, he said, listen, he said, I know the Kennedys, I know he gave me some numbers, and you know, when I called the number, somebody answered, but I didn't answer. What we have to understand, no matter how they look or how, they are people with feelings, you understand? Some of them, they are mentally, and I don't know if you remember, there's a heavy-set young woman used to sit down outside the post office all the time in the garden. She never said anything, but when she seen coming, she said, Miss OMB, and about 2 or 3 months ago, I'm going down in my car. I'm now in contact. And I saw her, and I stopped. I said, how are you? She said, Miss OMB, it's you. I said, yes, how are you? She said, I said, you live around here? She said, no. Listen, there are people like us, unfortunately, not just from the stories that these people have. There was one lady used to work in the postal service. I knew her. And if she tells you a story, but what I'm saying, it takes the heart. So people want to know, but how do they listen to you? How do they talk to you? They don't see the babies well dressed. They see a humble heart, a heart that cares for them. You understand? And if I am now 73, and you know, with the virus and everything, you can't go out. But whenever I go out, I look for them. But what people don't understand, too, I'm going to tell you something fancy. Most of them, I'm not saying all, are angels in disguise. So be careful how we treat them, okay? There are angels between them.
Well, we have,
I can tell you that.
And I appreciate that story, sharing it with us. I have a story of my own that I'm going to share, but we have some more calls coming in. So I just want to say thank you for calling.
And you know, one more thing. Before I put a piece of food in my mouth, the first thing I ask, I'm an intercessor and a prayer warrior. Lord, please bless the homeless, send something for the homeless. You understand? God bless you. So don't treat them like trash. God bless you. Have a blessed day.
Okay, you as well. You see, that's another story that this lady shared. And I want to share a story with you. There was, for those of you who went to UVI during certain years, we know exactly what I'm talking about. And there was a young lady that went to UVI, graduate of UVI, named Jasmine Mescos. I know some of you are probably listening and saying, oh yeah, remember who that was? You know, it was years ago when I actually went down to UVI and made a lot of friends, went to a couple of parties that they had down on UVI campus. And I met a young lady by the name of Jasmine Mescos. And it is during that period that Jasmine, she was kind of on the heavy side, very big girl, but she was, I don't want to say pleasingly plump. But she was a beautiful person, very beautiful person. And I remember her one day asking me, say, Fonzie, can you escort me in the Miss UVI pageant. And for me, I felt that was something, anything to uplift and motivate anyone. I just found that it was not only a necessity in terms of how I was thinking, but she was such a beautiful person, I could not say no. And I escorted her, and she won for Miss UVI. And I want to say this to you. You talk about a bright person. Jasmine Mescos was an extremely brilliant person. I think her IQ was through the roof. But she was equally a beautiful person. So the point of what I'm saying is she ended up practically a mental illness and was almost in some cases, I couldn't even tell you where she lived. I couldn't tell you anything about her. But I was told that she was homeless. And I used to see Jasmine all the time in the street, and we would strike up these conversations, and she remembered everything about our interaction. She remembered a lot of stuff that took place from UVI to outside UVI, and she was well politically rounded. When you talk about issues, she could sit down and have an educated discussion with you. I say this to say that you never know. There is so many things that can trigger a person that make them homeless. And I never passed Jasmine nowhere. And I was deeply hurt and saddened when I learned that she was hit by a safari bus that would later take her life right there on Veterans Highway. And I still have not ever forgotten her, because I think that she had so much to offer, such a brilliant, bright person, and was in fact practically homeless, but also was struck with some level of some type of mental illness, that she was not herself, wasn't the same person I knew in some respect, but some of the same characteristics, and you could have that conversation with her. But folks, when you see folks out there in the street, or individuals out there in the street that are homeless, don't assume, don't joke about it, because it's something serious, a mental illness. It is what it is. It's a mental illness. So we have to become extremely sensitized to that. We'll go to the lines. Morning, you're on the air, connect the dots.
Good morning, Fancy, and how are you today? I hope all is well with you.
Yes, I'm well, I'm blessed.
This is Lynette Aikens-Harvey, and I'm calling from Jersey City, New Jersey. Of course, a native of St. Thomas, Virgin Islands, and a Savanera to be exact.
Okay.
I have a suggestion that I'd like to put forth. I don't know if this ever came on the table before. What about creating those small houses for homeless people? Isn't there some government land somewhere that these tiny houses, I think that's what they're called, tiny houses that could be built for a lot of the homeless people? I mean, you would be surprised at the pride that some of those people would take in having something that truly belongs to them. Sometimes when you're on the street, you just don't care, or you just don't have the ability to do certain things. But once you have something and somebody give you a key and see this is yours, they in turn takes care of that place. I mean, it would be a big turnaround. So I think somebody in the Virgin Islands should think about putting this type of a plan into effect. I think it would be fantastic. That's my opinion. And I wanted to say one quick thing. For the people who call in and take a long time on the phone, understand, Fancy is too kind of a gentleman to tell you that your time is up. So please don't hog all the time. Leave some time for somebody else. It's only an hour program. So please be mindful of how long you stay online. Thank you, Fancy. And again, this is from Jersey City, New Jersey. And shout out to the Virgin Islands in the whole.
Thank you. Thank you for calling. Thank you for calling.
Bye-bye.
Okay, you have a wonderful day. Yes, and that's a brilliant idea. And you see, that's the purpose of this program, to be able to entertain people's ideas, their creative thinking. That's where the creative juices come in to the equation. And I don't think it's a bad idea just to add to what that caller indicated. I believe it's in Oregon, and a couple of states now are embracing that concept, where they're building these small homes for the homeless. There's not no grandiose stuff, but it's somewhere that they can sleep, they have a roof over their head, and have some basic, accommodations and amenities built in. So I apologize, I just missed the call. The number to call here will go directly to the lines again. Good morning, you're on the air, Connect the Dots.
Good morning, Fonzie.
Morning.
In reference to the homeless, Fonzie, you won't believe this. For the past 10 years, I have been trying to get someone, because there are a lot of individuals who own land, to just give me a strip. I've even talked to the governor when he was on the talk show, and he told me to call. He never got back to me. I have always said that once I got this strip of land, there are people helping me to build what we call little tiny homes for the homeless.
Yeah.
And if it would be gated, it would be gated, and I'm calling it Dignity Village, because they are still human beings. All I need is someone to give me the strip of land, and the project is on. So if anyone is listening, my name is Margaret Price. You can reach me at 340-228-6783, because there are many people that are ready to get this project going once we get that land. It doesn't have to be an acre. It can even be a fourth of an acre or an eighth of an acre. Just as long as we get it, so we can get this project going and get our homeless, start getting our homeless off the street one by one. Thank you, Frank.
Thank you for calling. You have a beautiful day. Yes, folks are coming in with all the different ideas, and which is very important, because I think collectively we can address some of these issues that may plague the community. And as I indicated, I felt that this topic was extremely important because there is the potential for the numbers to grow. And I'm talking about the number of homeless people. Good morning, you're on the air, Connect the Dots.
No. I just need some information.
Okay.
From my extension, I could call somebody. I'm trying to find out the number of a lab that's given a special for the COVID analysis. They're doing it for $40 and all the labs.
Okay.
Doing it for $150.
Okay, I'll indicate. I know they're listening, so they'll probably just write your number down, or you could call back after the hour, and they'll give you they'll assist you. Okay.
Okay, so what I got to do? Give you my number?
No, what I was saying is after the hour's up, you could call back because the lines are open to call in on a live show.
Yeah. For business,
Okay.
broadcast. I understand. Yeah.
Okay. You have a good day. Yeah. This subject is very dear, and I'm sure that there's it's of interest for a lot of people out there. Good morning, you're on the air, Connect the Dots.
Good morning, buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
How are you today?
Yo estoy bien. ¿Y usted?
Yo estoy bien. That's good. Bien, viva, gracias. That's my subject that with the mental health. It seems like over here in these islands, the mental health for them is a business. It's not a good business because we end up being homeless out there and they call us crazy. But one of the things that I always mention, being Latino, Hispano, right? That they use a lot of that time, we call the children, este está loco. And we need to have more of the conversation, because there was that mental health decree that it was a 5-year plan. And we shouldn't have like people homeless like that, because from that plan that was taken, that was when the disability right took they went to court with a mental health decree. Do you recall that?
I recall that.
The 5-year plan, and within that 5-year plan, there was all kind of what do they call them, things to do, which they didn't. And another thing, when it comes down to our mental health, that we as people, Latino and stuff, we got a different issue because we believe in Los Santos and stuff, and Western psychology doesn't cover that. So we get in a lot of diagnosed and stuff here that goes with our culture and from our tradition. Not that they are all right at this point, but we cause a lot of our mental illness ourselves by depending on our belief, especially when you mixed it with Los Santos and all of that, which is the same Catholic saints. And that adds another dimension to that part of being bipolar, schizophrenia. And Western psychology don't look at the spiritual part of you. So that's one of the conversations that we need to have. And within that law that I was, that now they have the committee on mental health and stuff that Francis is doing, is that we got to look at our people, humanistic psychology, where you look at the individual's health, and then from them we tend to be getting diagnosed, and a lot of the diagnosis that we get, and they don't even know about our culture. So that's some issues that's been out there. And as you recall now, the CDC finally admitted that public health threat is the part of being discriminated and all of that, which that causes people to become, and then you don't have the support there to help you go through whatever changes you go into that would cause it to be a mental illness. Supposedly, just trying to get to the doctor here, pains and stuff make you think and make you take your body off of the equilibrium, and you end up feeling sad or something, and then eta loca, and then
we have some more calls coming in, and we're almost to the bottom of the hour. Okay, just try to give everybody the opportunity to call in. But thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks a million.
We need to have that conversation.
Okay.
All right. Have a nice.
Okay, I missed the other call, but let me just squeeze in commercials for the two sponsors at this time. I don't want to miss them because then... Gas and grocery store. Your number one convenience store. Located across from Vitraco Park. You name it, and they have it. From electronic accessories to your favorite drinks. And from gas to groceries. You name it, and they have it. First stop 24-hour gas and grocery. Located across from Vitraco Park. Check it out. Your favorite store for gas and grocery. It's catch of the day. From the water to the pot to your mouth, everything is fresh at Catch of the Day. Located on Cookie Point Beach. Enjoy some of your favorite seafood dishes. Fresh catch, lobster, tongue, and whelks. When in season, as well as surf and turf. They cater to your wishes. While you sit and wait for your food, enjoy the friendly bar and bask in the ambience that is second to none. Enjoy the white sand, sun, and crystal blue water. We are sure the experience will be unique. Monday through Sunday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Come and enjoy Catch of the Day on Cookie Point Beach. Yes, folks, good morning again. It's really unfortunate this topic that we're discussing. I thought, as I indicated, I thought that it was of great importance to have that discussion this morning because it's so important. It's all around us. We see the folks from day to day as we traverse on the streets, as we come out supermarket, we go into different stores, we frequent any particular areas. You most likely might run into one of them. And as when you could call them by their name, and they actually call you by your name, these people had a life before, and whatever the circumstances are, they fell victim, whether it was the mental illness or just lost motivation, may have experienced some kind of disorder that actually forced them on the street. They feel that was their only choice. But when you see them, extend a little helping hand, because I think that is just so important to extend a helping hand to them, because it actually means a lot to them. And I just played a little earlier, but I don't think that you guys were able to grasp it. So what I want to do is to close out today with playing that little footage again for those of you who tuned in maybe late, for those of you who actually viewing it, our live stream on Facebook, onto one of the social media platforms that you may have actually tuned in a little late, but we played a caption here of, that I took from a gentleman, and again I wanted to recognize him because that documentary that he has on YouTube right now, it actually dives deep in and gives you an opportunity to even see how they live and to hear them, to let them speak. And this was an opportunity for them to be able to speak. So I want to thank Kishan Casey, because I used some of his footage for this particular caption here that I'm playing for you guys, both on the radio, audio, for you to hear. This coming from the mouths of homeless individual. So let me tune into it once again. For those of you who listen to my program every Monday, I just want to say tune in next Monday again. Same time, same place, live here on WSTA, Lucky 13.
I can't go any better than that. And I know that sounds weird. It's not like going to Christmas. But who gets that chance?
Break dancer, public amateur school, behind a Lucy's tap dancing school and stuff. A little tap dancing.
Let's get there a long time ago.
Sleeping right there. We're sleeping right there. He died right next to me. I woke up, and this man is exactly to the day. He's born one day before me, but a year before. He died.
Possible fine
right there.
And run that track.
Well, I hope to live and regain my spirit again and get my Nubian mind and infinite Siamese over again. I'd like to be able to magic, pop and dance, and I can't really prove it or show it to you really. But Woozy Wooza for the break dancer. My crew used to be the break-o-matic crew. The most important thing and only thing that's really important and really inspirational into myself to staying alive is to stay away from the police department.
Finish school. Finish school. Whether it be high school or college, finish it. That's the key. I think. I don't know if I'm right or wrong on that, but I think that's the key. We got too many people dropping out, and that's kind of the bad influence we get.
Like you two young men here. You two guys are marvelous, man. You're doing something positive. And, use you for an example. And I look at young people like you, who I'm way older than. I wish you the very best at what you're doing, because you're doing something that's on a positive note. And you can't take that away from you. These moments now that you're interviewing me, you'll remember this forever. So when times get bad, you can say, I remember years ago I was interviewing that old man, and he gave me hope and aspiration to succeed. Keep going to school. Keep working. And you can't go wrong. Not at all.
face and could potentially end up homeless themselves. So I just want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in this morning and listening to the program this morning, Connect the Dots. So until next Monday, please have a great day, but a productive week, and see you again next Monday, same time, same place, here on WSTA Lucky 13.